So hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video it will be a one-shot video whereby we will be discussing the basic fundamentals, basic elements of a pharmaceutical marketing. So whenever we are in the business of pharmacy, we learn about medicine, we learn about drug discovery and so on and so forth. But whenever it comes to marketing, so it is very important that we link the pharmaceutical knowledge and pharmaceutical technology with its marketing. So there are a number of things that we will be discussing and covering in this video that will roughly cover about basics that you require for pharmaceutical marketing. So for this making this presentation, I have referred to this book of Pharmaceutical Marketing Management by Dr. Deepak Bhambre, and along with this, I have few sources of Philip Kotler, Subba Rao, and other Google sources. So this will be the content that I will be covering in this video: risk mitigation and root cause analysis, brand building and image building, Six Sigma and lean methodology, marketing mix, Porter's five forces, differentiated and undifferentiated marketing along with niche marketing, pricing, marketing intermediaries or marketing channels, PSR, that is professional sales representatives, conflicts, vertical, horizontal conflicts, product portfolio analysis, PESEL strategy, STP, promotional mix, industrial buying behavior and consumer buying behavior, product life cycle, and the BCG matrix, which is the Boston Consultancy Group matrix. So firstly, risk mitigation and risk analysis. So whenever we speak about risk, whenever there is a particular product that is being launched or is going to be launched, we need to perform its risk mitigation. And if there are any problems, it is very essential to reach out to the root cause analysis. Now this risk has to be, there should be a particular degree or a scale for measurement of risk. Therefore, like its severity, whether it is catastrophic, major. Catastrophic means extremely devastating. Major, moderate risk, minor risk, or this risk is significant, and the possibility of risk to occur. So risk can be like a product of probability and severity. We can say risk is equal to probability plus severity. That what are the chances of the risk to occur, and if the risk is occurring, how much extent it can occur. So is it the probability is rare, unlikely, seldom, possible, likely, or certainty? That is very often the risk might occur. Now once we come to know that there is risk, we need to mitigate that risk, minimize the risk. We need to know the causes of risk, what are the different ways through which that risk is occurring, and finally we need to eliminate or minimize the risk. So the risk management cycles includes risk identification. Firstly, we need to identify the risk. Then risk analysis. We need to see how much is it affecting the product life cycle or whatever, if the product is already being introduced. Mitigation and planning. Carrying out a definite strategy like SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. Risk management. We need to manage that risk. And then finally, implementation of certain strategies or certain techniques whereby we can reduce the chances of risk. And finally, reviewing and tracking, so that the relapse of that risk, again that risk is not introduced into their product management. Brand building and image building. So whenever we think of brand building, it is very important because an image, like if I talk about today's healthcare, Johnson and Johnson, we have Nivea, we have skincare health, we have various Abbott, Cipla. The image building, whenever I take the name, whenever I talk about Prash, what is the first name that comes to the mind? Dabur. Why is that so? Because of the image building, because of the brand building. So there are so many like monopolies, oligopolies. So monopoly means there is a no competition. The person is individually, he's just alone, he has no competition at all. He's alone marketing and selling the product. And also there is a very major difference between marketing and selling. We will be discussing it somewhere in the video maybe. But marketing and selling is not the same. The scale and the goal or the vision is very different. So if we speak about brand building, so there are two matrices or the two ways in which we need to classify product category and the brand name. So brand name is whether new or existing, and the product category is new or existing. So if it's already the product category is existing and the brand name is also existing, we call it a line extension, like Redmi Note 9 Pro, Redmi Note 9 Pro Max, iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, iPhone 12 Pro Max. That is a line extension. The category is known, the brand is known, but the product that is introduced is different. So that is a line extension. If the product category is new, but the brand name is existing. Like suppose Apple is making iPads, but now it's suddenly started making MacBooks or MacBook Pro. So that is a brand extension. The product is new, but the brand remains the same. Similarly, if its product is new and the brand name if the product is existing and the brand name is new, we call it a multi-brand. And if the product is also new and the brand is also new, it is a new brand. So what are the things that we need to keep in mind? Brand positioning, brand selection, brand sponsorships, and brand development. So brand positioning is by attributes, by the benefits, by the peculiarities, by the characteristics. Brand selection. So the name is very important because sometimes people remember your brand by logos, symbols, slogans. These are all trademarks that are available. So according to the Trademarks Act 1999, there are certain, you can trademark your logos, symbols, letters. Like if when I talk about McDonald's, what comes to your mind? MacD, that symbol. Whenever I talk about KFC, that Uncle Kentucky's Fried Chicken, right? So the colors, whenever you're choosing, you're making a brand logo, the colors combination is very important. It should be, it depends whether it can be vibrant, it can be subtle. So color selection, the name selection, the how similarity it is matching with your product is very important, because people remember it the product by your name brands also many a time, because once you just take the name of a brand, finish. Yeah, we have trust on that particular brand, we are loyal. That is called loyal. So there is a very important difference between a consumer and a customer. So that is also we will be discussing in some lectures maybe, that consumer and customer, we just many a times just mix up these words and we think they are same, but no, consumer is different, customer is different. Somebody who is frequently buying and somebody who's just buying for the first time, and like, so there's a difference between them. So brand building is basically evaluating the brand, describing the brand, positioning the brand, promoting the brand, and finally personalizing or customizing the brand. Next up we have Six Sigma, and nowadays there is Nine Sigma also, that is now being implied. Lean methodology, PDCA, which is a plan, planning something, doing, checking, and finally implementing or act. Plan, do, check, act. PDCA. This is a cycle that is very important when you are introducing your product. So you have to be well versed with the different. So that is why there is detailing. There is something called as e-detailing and there is something called as offline detailing. So in that you need to have a thorough knowledge of your product. Whenever we say MR, medical representatives, so they need to have that detailing, that is very important for them. Six Sigma, that is a belt. So black belt, brown belt, green belt, white belt, yellow belt, and then the master black belt. So these are the belts in which there is a Six Sigma divided. And the Lean Six Sigma basically it includes carrying out the functions and tasks, team building, leaderships, and then there is going a good amount of goals, performance, target variation, reduction in the errors and deviations, and so on and so forth. So these are different. You can just take out the screenshot of this image and just have a look at it. DMAC and DMIDAV model, that is define, measure, analyze, improve, control. And here it is define, measure, analyze, design, and verify. So these are the models of Six Sigma, we can say, that are used. You define a problem, you measure the problem, you analyze the problem, you analyze the cause of the problem, you improve the problem, and you see whether the sustainability of that particular technique, whether is it working on your product or not. So the 7 P's of the marketing mix. Marketing is something that is an amalgamation of product, promotion, price, place, people, process, and the physical evidences. Product, what is your product? What are the features? What are the characteristics? What are the availability? Is there any competition? What is the quality of that product? Promotion, what are the different ways in which you are promoting? Is it offline promotion, online promotion? Is it via boards, hoardings, catalogs, pamphlets, templates, leaflets, inserts, the so many different marketing promotions that are word of mouth. That is very important, because once word of mouth is the most you can say infectious form of promotion, because लोग भरोसा करते हैं जब कोई आपको एडवाइस करता है उस चीज पे. So word of mouth is also very important. Then there's direct marketing, indirect marketing, personal communications. Those are like mails, telephones, faxes, and there are so many social media platforms whereby like Instagram, so telegrams and those Facebook and all, whereby you promote your brand, you promote your product. So in this, there's a very important concept of regulatory. So you need to be well versed with the IPR and the regulatory concept as well whenever you're learning marketing. Price. What is the price of that product? When you're positioning your product in a particular market, the price should be a pricing strategy. We will be discussing ahead in the video. So there are a number of supporting channels like intermediaries. As the number of intermediaries increase, the pricing will obviously increase. So there are super stockists, there's so many, and so we will be discussing them as well. Place. What is the geographical location? Is it a cosmopolitan? Is it a metropolitan? Is it a urban, rural, semi-rural, semi-urban, whatever? So you need to know the particular target location, whereby you are placing or positioning your product. The people, the remuneration of the people, the training, the skills, the contact recruitment process, the design, the interface, the GUI, if there's a website, the IT supported designs, physical evidences. So there are certain feedback, sales, staff contact experiences that give you a physical evidences or witnesses for the same. Next up, we have Porter, Michael Porter's 5 competitive forces. So we have bargaining power of buyers, threats of the substitutes, bargaining power of the suppliers, and the threats of new entrants. So there are certain threats of new entrants where brand loyalty, switching cost, which is very important, cumulative experiences. For bargaining powers of buyers, we have price sensitivity, we have number of customers and size of customers order, threats of substitute. So in this we have buyer's propensity to substitute, perceived level of product differentiation. If your product is not differentiated from the marketing, you are out of the race, man. You are not into the race. You need to have a differentiator in today's market for survival. You say no, that's survival of the fittest. If your product is not differentiated, if the marketing is not niche, then you need to say goodbye to the market, my friend. Bargaining power of suppliers, number of suppliers available, because there are certain product while you're making, so the suppliers amount or the quantity of suppliers is quite less. In some cases there are number of suppliers that are available. And finally we have a rivalry competition, so whereby we have the quality differences. So there are quality control, quality checks are also very important. The diversity of competitors, the number of competitors. So there are many franchises as well. Sometimes like if you see about MacD only, there are so many franchises. If I talk about Mumbai, in Mumbai also there is so many. Andheri we have, then we have in Kandivali, then we have in so many different places in Mumbai. So this is franchise. We need to know the diversity, the extent, the spread of our competitors, if any. So next up we have differentiated versus undifferentiated marketing. So undifferentiated marketing, of definitely there are high cost, but you have an achieved a competitive advantage over your competition. You can achieve customers diversification. It boosts the profit. It caters to the variety of customer demands because it has a major focus or a vision on customer demands. While undifferentiated marketing is catering only to the customer's requirements, needs. So there is a more market research definitely in differentiated marketing, a deep marketing research or marketing analysis. That is why there are so many business analysts, data analysts that are now being hired for this position for marketing research. If I talk about pricing strategies, so there are different strategies. Majorly that are followed are skimming and penetration. So penetration is something at the initial stage you have a low cost, and whenever as soon as a product is penetrated into the market, the prices increase. Similarly, skimming may we have a initial high prices. As soon as the product gets into the market, the prices are lowered down. There are so many other strategies of pricing. We have BOGOs, buy one get one free. So that is another way. Psychological pricing. Yes, it is mentioned here. Psychological pricing. So if I keep a price of rupees 300, okay, Indian rupees, and if I keep out 299, this is what we call psychological. The person having 300 in the mind, that's a bigger number. And when we got about 299, price same है, एक ही रुपए का फर्क है, but man, that 1 rupee, that psychology जो है ना वो चलने लग जाती है. So that's where we play promotional pricing. We have so many different promotions. We get vouchers. So they give vouchers like coupon codes and so many other things that you buy this, you get this many people think vouchers, and they have so many collaborations. So if you buy from one company, you get a voucher of another company as well. So there are tie-ups between them. dynamic pricing, then you are like pay what you want. This is also different kind of pricing. Economical pricing, then if you're targeting a particular set of people, then you have premium pricing over there. Luxury pricing, we also call it as luxury pricing. Now we have marketing channels, marketing mix. So multi-channel marketing in pharma is very, very important, because we have product company web pages, we have telesales, we have e-learning, we have self-guided catalogs, we have mobiles like messages offline and all, e-detailing, videos and animations, because nowadays a pictorial representation of video representation is something that will attract the customer. Then we have social media, then we have sales representatives, then so many different other marketing channel intermediaries that we have. Next, marketing channel consumer products. So in marketing channel consumer products, we have direct channel, retail channel, wholesale channel, and the agent channel. So you have so many different other marketing intermediaries. We have super stockist, agent, stockist, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. So the more the number of intermediaries, the higher is the pricing. So that is why nowadays when we say no, wholesaler से सस्ते में लिया, क्यों? क्योंकि जो बीच में लोग थे वो कम हो गए, तो pricing अपने आप कम होगी. Then we have professional sales representatives. So professional sales representatives are basically PSR, whereby we have a number of qualifications that are required. So he needs to be literate, knowing, acquainted with a lot of languages, knowing basics of MS Excel, PowerPoint, qualify in inbound legals, deal registration is important. He should have a well-spoken genre. He should be well versed with the knowledge. He should be like he should perform out in a very outshining way, so that he can be and he can get an edge over others. And these are roles and responsibilities of the PSR. Conflicts, there are conflicts. कहाँ नहीं होते, हर घर में भी हो सकते हैं, हर जगह हो सकते हैं. So conflicts is something that we very common. Multi-channel conflicts, inter-channel conflicts, horizontal, vertical conflicts. So horizontal marketing is basically marketing or alliance between two or more companies of different sectors, while vertical marketing is a collaboration of two or more firms conducting in the same industry. So horizontal and vertical marketing, this is a major difference that you need to know between horizontal and vertical. So the one is between the same industry, and one is between the other two different industries. So basically horizontal marketing occurs when there is two partners at the same level. Suppose if it is retailer, so the difference, conflicts between a retailer and a retailer will be horizontal, while a conflict between a retailer and a wholesaler, that is a different intermediaries, so that is vertical. In channel conflicts, how can you manage this kind of channel conflicts? Co-optations, mediations, arbitrations, negotiations, fair pricing, no discrimination and favoritism, a legal procedure, regular communications, goals, clarity and differentiation, and the trade association. So there are so many trade associations. You can see that rickshaw wala, if there is a एक particular आज उन्होंने वो कर लिया ban, suppose कि आज नहीं लेना है, नहीं चलानी है रिक्शा, तो सब नहीं जाते, right? That is because their organization has decided something. Similarly, there are trade organizations in marketing as well. Product portfolio analysis. So there are so many other terminologies like product line extension, brand line extension. So suppose these are the examples of product line extensions only. So skincare products, we have Neostrata, Dabo, Rogaine. Skincare products, we have Tylenol, we have Benadryl, we have so many. These are product lines only. Johnson's, and then we have Molly moisturizer, Stay Free, Carefree. So these are all called product line extensions, and these are very important for product portfolio analysis. Whenever you see a product portfolio, you need to have an idea of what is that product, how will you analyze. Next up, we have PESTEL analysis: political, economical, social, technological, legal, and environmental. So political, we have tax policies, trade policies, government policies. Economical, we have inflation rates. So you need to have a close look onto the budget. Whenever the budget is introduced, it brings a change in the market. Employment rate, social, we have lifestyle attitudes, population growth, trend analysis. So trend analysis is very, very important in marketing. If you don't know trend analysis, it's very difficult, my friend. Technological, cyber security, encryptions, level of innovation. Legal, IPR, we have so many different law, regulation, protocols, environmental, weather, pollution, sustainability, STP, segmentation, targeting, positioning. You segment your product, you target your product in the audience, and you position your product in that targeted audience. This is what we call STP strategy. So we divide the market into different groups of customers, we target a particular group of customers, and finally position our product into the marketing mix of those particular segments. Next up, we have consumer buying behavior, industrial buying behavior. So you need to know a very important difference between an industrial market and a consumer market. So the buying motives, the buying objectives, the characteristics, the order size, the elasticity of the price, the spread of the customers, these are all the parameters that decide the industrial marketing and consumer marketing. Promotional mix, as I mentioned earlier, word of mouth, direct marketing, PR, that is public relations, publicity. बोलते हैं ना, this is a publicity stunt. क्या मिलता है उससे? What do you get? You get attention. You get a lot of publicity, which can help to increase your product. That is why you would have seen in hotels and all, they keep banners, holdings, and events, annual days. They keep, why? Promote कर रहे हैं भाई. If they are paying you something for the annual day, they want you to promote, and that promotion can help them excel and get a more diverse audience for as customers. Personal selling, sales promotion, advertising, and online marketing. So there are Drug and Magic Remedies Act. So this act is very important when you're dealing with drugs. Okay, so advertising needs to be taken into account according to the Drug and Magic Remedies Act 1954. PLC, product life cycle, ये सबसे main है, but I have kept it in the end because I wanted it to be explained very well. So whenever you introduce your product, where you need to have your goals and focus very clear. Where is it? Is it a marketing mix a fit? Is it a market mix a fit, or a product fit? So whenever you introduce a product, there are definitely chances that there would be losses occurring because it's just introduced newly into the market. It's not that it's gonna get soon a rise or a shoot in the sales, but initially you need to know about you need to keep a tracking of your product sales. Growth hacker, so when the growth phase, there is a accelerated growth. It is just like a bacterial growth curve. All the pharmacy and microbiologists would be able to correlate with me. You have lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, and death phase. Similarly, here you have introduction phase, growth phase, maturity phase, and a decline phase. So goal, you need to expand, you sales, you bring about different competitive strategies. In maturity, when your product has reached a maturity stage, in order to keep its marketing growth in a growth phase only, in order to have a linearity in your sales, you need to adopt certain strategies for sustainability in the market, or else you would be going back to the death phase and finally out of the market. You will be kicked out and you won't be even having that much of importance. So it's very important to churn out that is why there are so many layoffs, so many attritions in the companies. Why that is layoffs and attrition seen? Because the company is not able to handle so many people, or the company is probably targeting for only quality people who can bring about a more better sales or more better profits to the company. BCG matrix, the Boston Consultancy Matrix. Basically, here you get an idea of the market growth and the market shares. So there are dogs, cash cows, question marks, and stars. So when your product is stated as stars, so it has a high market share and a high market growth. Whenever your product is at as a question mark, so it has a high market growth, but the market share is still low. Whenever there is a cash cow, so there is market share which is high, but the market growth which is low. And dogs, the both market shares and market growth is low, so it's almost a useless thing now. So that was it from marketing. I hope that all my friends who are interested in marketing or who are currently pursuing the B Pharmacy in semester 8 and having marketing as an elective subject, you would have got an idea about different aspects. I tried to cover all the topics of that are required in the basics or fundamentals. If you want to know about marketing, there are much more details in Kotler, Subbarao, in Ramaswamy book, and then Deepak sir's book. So you can have a look at those books and learn more and know about these. I just explained you all superficially so that you will get an idea and get an acquaintance about the same. So if you did like the video, do like, share, subscribe my channel. It will help me grow, and do Do not forget to press the bell icon for more such upcoming videos. And if you have any feedbacks or suggestions, drop them out in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to answer it. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching the video.